Let's start. Now, the first thing I will be doing here is I want to show you how to get some statistical formula. So since we are dealing with formula, we'll go to this ribbon called formula. Under formula, we have all these auto sum, recently used, financial, logical test, date and time, lookup and reference, math and trigonometrics. But I'll come to this place called more functions. So under the more functions, you're going to see what a drop down will appear, okay, and then you see statistical. So statistical, since what we are doing is statistical analysis, we're going to majorly stay on that. Assuming it's an engineering work, we have engineering, we have q, we have information, like that. So we are dealing with statistical. We click on the arrow in front of statistical, and then it will show us different options. Okay, we have average if, we have beta, binom, chi-square. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is PNC. Okay, and then for the PNC, basically, you know that we said we use PNC for parametric analysis, right? To compare two groups
Yeah.
to get a relationship between two groups, right?
Yes.
Okay, so let me look for PNC. Okay, I'll click on it now. I'll click on PNC. Okay, once we click on the PNC, it will show we will have array 1, array 2. Array 1, array 2 means variable 1, variable 2. Is that okay?
Yes.
All right. So now, and for this, what is returning to us is the correlation value. That is pricing product moment correlation coefficient. That is the only value to return to us. So I want to calculate the relationship between these items here. There is this one here, and this one here. Okay, the two, that is A and B. So that is what my emphasis. That's what I will be working on basically. Then you must click on the array one to ensure that your cursor is blinking. So let me just select now. I'll just select this. I'm selecting. Okay, 47. Stop. Then I'll get to my array two and select the column two, since I want to get relationship between the two variable. If there is relationship, okay. Now once we've done that, you click on OK. I guess you can see my value now.
Mm.
Is 0.4552. So if you are to multiply by 100, that is 45.5%. That is 46% relationship. So showing the direction of this relationship is positive relationship, showing that there's a positive relationship between this variable here, this construct and this construct. Okay, there's positive, and the strength of it is moderate. It's not. It's just averagely. That is the strength of the relationship. So that is how to get PPMC value. Now you notice that this one we are doing is just giving us PPMC value. There are some analysis that you will have that they will tell you we need to see the mean and the standard deviation, and then maybe the degree of freedom, and then what again, and then your p value. Okay, so now if you are doing this one, I'm doing these steps which is long, you have to then calculate the mean, the standard deviation separately. So let me scroll down and get the mean and standard deviation for the two column. Then that's what we're going to put. Let's assume I want to get the mean here. Okay, let me move down a little bit. Equal to, or let's even come back, go to formula, then more functions, click on statistical, and then let's look for the mean. Usually the mean is our average. Is that okay?
Yes, I remember.
Okay, so if I can use average, then let me get the standard deviation, standard deviation, standard deviation, standard deviation. Okay, we have standard deviation. Okay, this is this other one. So we have for standard deviation, we have three options. We have stand STDV.P. This one will calculate your standard deviation based on the entire population given as argument. It ignores logical values and text. Then the other one, that is the one that is standard deviation.x. It estimates standard deviation based on a sample and ignores. This one using your sample, not your population. Then the other one, standard deviation A, estimates standard deviation based on a sample, including logical value and text, and the logical value first at value 0. Okay, and then the last one here, standard deviation PA, it calculates your standard deviation based on an entire population, including logical value text. Text and logical value first have the value 0. Okay, so for this we are going to use this one, standard deviation X. Is that okay, please? Because we are using our sample.
Yes.
Okay, so I will click on it. Then it's asking me to put the numbers. So let me just select from here. Okay, if I've selected, let me click on OK and see. Okay, now my standard deviation value here is 0.9387. Let me see if I can duplicate the formula here.
I can't see.
You can see.
But when the video comes, I'll watch the video. I can't see. I can only see the formula bar.
Okay, okay,
The
okay. Look at the value. I don't know if
but
you
it's
can
okay.
see.
I will watch it. Let's move on.
So this is the standard deviation value for this. What is it? Let me bold in it. This is let me change to 15. Then this. Let me bold in this too. This is 15. Okay. So that is the standard deviation value for this. Let me see if I can insert column here. Okay, yes, it's better this way. This is standard deviation STDV. Then let me get our mean here. Mean. Then let's get the mean. Is that okay? So
That is
let's pick our mean.
how I do.
So equals to, let's get our average. So we have average depth. This return absolute deviation of data points. Then normal average. This one returns average, that's arithmetic mean of its argument. Then we have average A, returns arithmetic mean of the argument, evaluating the text and first argument as is 0. Okay, so we are going to use just normal average. Okay, so let's click. Okay, then let's select the range.
Mhm.
Okay, I've selected, then enter. So we have our mean to be 2 point. I'll increase it as well. Holding, let's increase it to 15 now. Okay, this is our mean 2.913. Let me duplicate so I can get the value of this. Then the other one is 2.1304. Okay, so we've gotten the mean and standard deviation for the two column that we are dealing with. I can just duplicate to have for the rest column too, right?
Yes.
Yeah, let me just duplicate so I can have the mean. Then let me get the standard deviation as well. Okay, so we've gotten our mean and standard deviation. Now, for the first one, I calculated the, let me move up now, this PPMC value now. So let's assume I want to just prepare a table for that result, that is between the first variable. What I will just do is this. Let me go and copy that. So that's okay. Let me just copy this and this. Copied. Okay. Paste text. Okay. It's 15. Okay.
Really?
To get degree of freedom is just n minus 1. So, and from this our sample here, we have just 46 minus this first set, that is 46. So we are just going to say 46 minus 1, that is 45. We have 1, and then we have 45 here. So then we can put our PPMC value or R PMC, or we can put R there. Our PPMC value, let's copy it from here. This is a value. Let's just copy this, Control C. Um, paste X. Okay, 15. Okay, so now what we have here now is we just have the standard deviation, mean value, degree of freedom, and the PPMC value. Some people call it R, that is relationship. So basically, what we did here now is we calculated it individually, and we have seen if there's relationship or there's no relationship. Assuming the stuff is less than, so it's a negative relationship. Is that okay? Go ahead now to get our chi-square value. Now, basically, this thing I'm doing is just to show you where to get all these tools on Excel. Okay, so to get
Yes.
to get the chi-square value, we'll go to our formulas, then we'll come to more functions, we'll come to statistical, and then let's look for chi-square. Okay, we have chi-square distribution. So for chi-square distribution, it will get you your x, it will get you your degree of freedom and cumulative value. Okay, then for chi-square distribution RT, just x, degree of freedom alone. Then for chi-square dot inverse, it gives us our probability value and degree of freedom. Then chi-square dot inverse dot RT gives us probability and degree of freedom. All right. Then we have chi-square tests. So for chi-square tests, it returns test of independence. That is the value from a chi-square distribution from a statistical and appropriate degrees of freedom. So it just gives you a single value alone. Is that okay? So let's quickly try this chi-square test and see what it's going to give to us. I've clicked on it. Then he said we should select our actual range and expected range. So we select the first column, the one I used for relationship in the first instance. I'll stop here now. Okay. Then let's move to the second one. Let's select the second column too. Okay. All right. Now, once you have selected the two columns, we click on OK. Now we have 0.2 as our chi-square value test. I'm to broaden this and then increase the font size. Okay, this is it. Where is color red? Okay, so this is our chi-square value 0.2815. Let's go back to our formula. Click on more functions. Then statistical. Now I will be looking at Fisher exact test. That is your that you know it's the same thing with your chi-square. Okay,
Mhm. Okay.
so let's look for I saw it just now. Fisher. Okay, this is it. So we have Fisher. So it returns the Fisher transformation. Then if you are using Fisher inverse, this returns the transformation if y is equal to Fisher x in parentheses. Then
Mhm.
for focus, that is focus. So let's just check our Fisher exact test. Okay. Now
Okay.
it's asking us that where is our x value? Let's pick it. This is one column and see.
Anyway, I'll watch the video.
Okay, what happened? You're not seeing it, Abby?
Yeah, I can see the X Fisher, the Colombia. Yeah.
More functions. Let's Fisher. Fisher exact tests. Okay. Okay, let's try this. Let's see. We go to
Okay.
formula, more functions, statistical. Then let's look for Z test. You have seen it, Z test. Click on it. So it's asking us to select the array. There is a range of data that we want to work on. Okay, I've selected. selected. So it now said we should return. Whether we are running for one tail, or two tail. So I'm going to claim just use one. Then the next instruction is sigma. So it's asking us that we should put the population, no, it's not standard deviation. And it's saying if omitted, the sample standard deviation will be used. Is that okay? I won't enter the array value and the tail one tail. I'm using one tail. I'll click on OK.
Okay.
Okay, we have our value here now. This is it. Go to my home. Okay. So this is 0.0009 something. Let me see if I can match it. Can you see this? So I had to change it to number so I can give me the original value. Because that 9 point something is times 10 raised to the power minus 44. Are we together? So the implication of this value is that there is significance.
Because it is more than 0.05.
Yes, it's less than 0.05.
Oh, sorry. Let's.
Okay, so this is for Z test. Okay, let's see if we can get test. So go to our formula. We click on more functions. Then we go to statistical. Then we scroll down. We look for tests. All right, I've gotten there. We have distribution. We have a T distribution. But my emphasis is on T test. So I'm going to click on it. T test. Now, if you remember our class, we said we have one sample T test, we have independent sample T test, we have paired test. So now for this T test, I'll be selecting two columns, and then I'm going to indicate if it is one tail or two tails. Then the type, is it paired T test or the one that is not pure unequal variance? Okay, let's kick start. For the first array, I will select. Okay, I have this. Move to the second one. Select here. Then the tail. I'll say, okay, I'm using one or two tail. I want to use two tail this time. Then the type. If you are using paired test, you use one. That is type 1. If you are using two sample equal variance, we use 2. That is type 2.
That is type 2.
If we are using two
If we are
sample on
using
equal
two
variance,
sample on equal variance,
that is 3.
that is
That is
3.
type 3.
That is type 3.
Okay. Now this variable
Okay.
I'm doing,
Now, this variable I'm doing,
they have they are paired, they have equal rows.
they are paired, they have equal
So I can
rows.
use paired.
So I can use
I
paired.
enter 1
I enter 1
and then press
and
OK.
then press OK.
So I have my result here.
So I have my results here.
Encoding it.
Encoding it.
So it's also significant.
So it's also
So but this
significant.
time around, this one is dealing with
But this time around,
two
this one is
sample,
dealing with
not one
sample,
sample.
not one sample.
Is that okay, please?
Is that okay, please? Yes.
Okay, so
Okay, so
the assignment I said to center
the
on
assignment I
kurtosis
said to center on
and
kurtosis
skewness.
and skewness.
However, you can play around with other
However, you can play
statistical
around with
tools
other
here.
statistical tools here.
So I want this one to be done
So
latest
I want this one to be
this
done
night. So
latest
tomorrow we can discuss it.
this night. But tomorrow we can discuss
This night.